What's going on, guys, and welcome back to episode 90 of this Pentagon challenge. We are in our fourth continent finally, and things are going very well in China. If you see this eye, it is bright red. That is hay fever for you. Let's get into today's video and show you how things have been going in Shanghai. So then, guys, I'm going to start you off on the fixtures or schedule screen. You guys were last with me for the 6-0 domination of Shandong, the best team in China, the current ACF Champions League holders for 2 years. We battered them 6-0. What's going on, guys? Editor Steve here. I messed up, as you can probably tell from the start of this episode. You're missing something. You are missing this 6-0 victory against Shandong. And that is because I deleted the episode, deleted the raw footage, so I no longer have it. My bad. Holding my hands up. I messed up, guys. Let me show you the highlights package from that 6-0 because I want you guys to see it. It was an amazing result. Let me just chuck it in here. So as I mentioned, guys, we were doing pretty well in this game. And to be honest, absolutely dominated them. Here you see a guy with 3 finishing, get a goal. Early doors inside the first half. We were pretty commanding all the way through. Basoli, who has come in, has been nothing short of a revelation. Vinagre Jr., easy goal at the near post. Goalkeeper shouldn't have given up that space. Pretty self-explanatory. On to the next one. We win the header. Lubin flicks it on. Then, as you can see, guys, the team is just playing so well. Into Basoli. Another goal. This guy is something special, guys. Next one. Working it on the right hand side, the cross comes over eventually, and Stemenech is just there. It's awful defending from a team at the top of the league in this position. We continue another sort of set piece related goal, then back into Verhol, and it's basically a carbon copy of the one before. Stemenech again firing in from close range, and then the final one to complete the game. We did kind of take our foot off the gas. Stemenech completing his hat trick, absolutely rifling one past the goalkeeper at his near post. I apologise again for that, guys, missing out that game, missing out that episode, but hopefully at least now you've seen the damage that we caused against the best team in China. Anyway, back to today's episode. And since then, guys, we've continued that run of form and we've not conceded a goal. We took on Greentown, beat them 3-0. Hebi China Fortune 6-0, Shanghai SIPG. So this is the team that are now currently at the top of the Chinese Super League, and obviously it's a Shanghai derby. We drew 0-0 with them. Then we played Nantong, beat them 2-0, and Hien beat them 4-0. So you can see, guys, we took over at this DL Pro game. And obviously, no, sub-ideal start to the first game, but we hadn't really had a chance to implement anything. Now we've got our feet under the table. We've fixed our staff. Obviously, we've got fantastic facilities here, which is great. And we've managed to sort the staff out, implement what we're trying to do, get the training regime in and under the table. And I think all in all, things have been going fantastically well. I will show you the Chinese Super League table in a second. But today's game, Shanghai versus Shanghai, Chinese FA Cup semi-final. Evergrande are taking on DL Pro in the other half. Shanghai versus Shanghai here. The winner of this FA Cup manages to qualify for the ACF Champions League, which is obviously what we're here to win. So this is a very important game. Very important game, which is why I brought you back for it. However, Chinese Super League, the top 4 actually qualify as well. And looking at the table, we've really closed that gap. Whether or not I think it's possible that we can scale the extra 4 or 5 points that we need to actually get into the top 4, I don't really know. But I think in terms of what we've done since I've been at the club, we've definitely turned things around. We've definitely got things into a much better place. So fingers crossed we can get into the ACF Champions League. But I'm not pinning all my hopes on it. I think we've rebuilt in the right way. And we're going about things the right way. So that is all I can ask for. In terms of the schedule, though, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games left. However, we do play this team and this team. So maybe, just maybe, guys, we can creep in there. I do need to give a massive shout out, though, to this guy, Lorenzo Basoli. He is exactly what I thought he'd be. Exceptional. 10 games for us in all competitions, 12 goals, which in the Chinese league, he scored 12 goals in 9 games. That kind of just shows how good Lorenzo Bassoli is. He was originally with us on loan, but I've bought him. We paid 350k for the loan, and we've just gone and bought him. Juve bought him for 4.7. I think we've agreed a £3 million fee. Can we see this? Yeah, £3 million fee from Juventus. He's coming in on the 1st of the 1st, 2032, and he's our best player, without question. Absolutely, unequivocally our best player. He's not really... He's played 9 games and he scored 12 goals, and he's now the second best goal scorer in the division. Bearing in mind, this guy has played in the league 22 times. So whilst this guy is a good little striker, nice little tash on the boy as well, I think Bassoli's a much better prospect. Anyway, Chinese FA Cup. If we win this semi-final tie, we are in a great spot. In terms of the rules, let's always check these out. Winners qualify for the final, number of teams 4. The standard rules that do apply. Away goals obviously don't count. Extra time, penalty shootouts. 3 substitutions, plus 1 in extra time. Okay, good to know. Right, into the tactical meeting. We'll make those changes, obviously. So this is the team then, guys. Some of the players that I managed to bring in are doing very, very well for me. Lubin seems like a nice little addition. He seems to have solidified this defense a little bit more, which is fantastic. Fu on the right-hand side is what I'm going to call him. He's been okay since he's come in. 3 goals, 2 assists in his 5 appearances in total. Considering he's 17, I think he's a good little pickup. Staminec is absolutely bossing it. Bassoli as well, absolutely bossing it. We've got a couple of little injuries, which is really annoying. Romelu is injured and Varhol is currently coming back from an injury. They are 2 of our foreign players who do make us much, much better. But, you know, injuries are injuries. You kind of have to deal with them every time any club you go to. Everybody's going to have an injury. If Bassoli gets injured, I'll cry. Everyone else, I think we can kind of handle. So, we go into the Chinese FA Cup. We're going to say we've been on a good run lately. Go out there and impress me. They are playing a 4-2-3-1 as well. Mainly new gens, which is interesting. That Shepherd on the left is the one who we should really watch out for. When we played them in the league, it was a 0-0 draw. Relatively stale game, as you would expect. Not only is it 2 decent teams playing each other, it's a local rivalry. I don't know how big they are in China in terms of local rivalry. Wow, that is a big save. Somehow we've managed to keep that one out. And we've absolutely rifled that ball clear. Relatively cagey opening exchanges here, I must say. But when we do come back for a highlight, it's always the opposition. Obviously, we're playing in all blue. They are in the black and red. And they are having a much better time of it. Stroking the ball around relatively nicely here. Trying to create something. The cross comes over to the far post. We get that one clear. Here comes Wang into Shepherd, who I did say was the danger. His shot is saved by our goalkeeper. Fair play. Our goalkeeper, in actuality, not too shabby. Anyway, cross comes in from our free kick. Their goalkeeper flaps it a little bit. I don't know what's happened there. The text commentary says someone saved a certain goal. Lubin recycling the ball. We're keeping it nicely, though. We need some of our attacking players to get into this a bit. Over to Fu, the youngster. Can he make something happen? Right back's overlapping. Here he is. Here comes Lee. Can he get a ball in? He does. Big save. And Fu's there. Oh, he's disallowed. I think that's Staminec who's offside, was it? The assistant's flagging someone's offside. Yeah, it's Staminec, isn't it? Who has the first go. Great save from the goalkeeper. And Fu's there, obviously, to tap in, as you kind of would expect. But disappointing, but shows that we can actually be a little bit of a danger, I suppose. Back to the goalkeeper then. Lee Fan. He goes long. Aimless to a point. And we keep flicking it on. Fu's going to pick this one up, is he? No, he's not. Shepherd gets back. Hits the ball over the top himself. Our goalkeeper doesn't come. Wang Ji into our penalty area. And Lubin gives away a penalty. Referee points to the spot. Lubin is already on a booking. Okay. No additional yellow card. Penalty for the home side then. And the goalkeeper telegraphs that he's going the wrong way. And Facundo Gonzalez, calm as you like with that penalty. Disappointing after we had one ruled out just a couple minutes ago. Yeah, goalkeeper's telegraph which way he's going there. No surprise that Gonzalez has just stepped up and slid it in the other side. Free kick for us though, just on the half-hour mark, in towards the far post. Oh, foo. Oh, it's another offside anyway. It wouldn't have counted. Devastating. We're actually having decent opportunities. Granted, Shanghai's are better. The other team are better. But we're knocking at that door. I think that's another offside if that goes. Anyway, it doesn't. Staminec gets the ball into the penalty area. And that has been given as a penalty as well. Their players also on a booking. Vinagre Jr. is going to step up and does the exact same thing. Goalkeeper telegraphs which way he's going to go. Ruben steps up and slots in his 11th goal of the season. Absolutely smashing it, this lad. I know he's old and we'll probably look at moving him on at the end of the season. That's a good pen. Highlight just before the end of the half then. It's a long throw to us. It's bad. Here comes Shepherd. Wang Ji goes back into the midfield. We're putting the pressure on. Peng Jun. Still with the pressure on him, forcing him back to the centre-back. Working it nicely. And then we put a tackle in. And can we spring a trap and get out here? Staminec. Go on, keep running, Staminec. Come on. Come on. Yep, there we go. Give it, give it, give it, give it. Visoli's looking actually very quiet so far. Are we saying that's another penalty, ref? 3 penos given in this game so far. Vinagre with another opportunity. Oh, absolutely powers that one home. It's the first penalty of all 3 that the goalkeeper's actually guessed the right way. But we are now in the lead. Who would have thought this when we go a goal down from the penalty spot? That there'd be 3 penalties in the game and our lad's got ice in his veins. Absolutely slots his second penalty. Puts us back in the driver's seat. In terms of shots relatively, even our XG's higher because we've had 2 penalties as you kind of would expect. They are winning the possession battle though. I'm going to say I'm happy. But I'm only happy because they're being so rash with their challenges is all I'm going to say. 55 on the board. Doing okay. Another highlight for us. Throwing comes in. That's going to get cleared. Is he going to pump it long? He does. Gonzalez. We are going to win this one back. Central midfield screaming for it. Gives it to him. Cycling the ball nicely. That's good. Come out to this right-hand side, maybe. Fantastic. Keep spreading that play. Basoli's looking. Got Staminec above him as well. And we find one of our good attacking players. There it is. There's Basoli. Into Vinagre. Can he score a hat-trick? No. Li Fan gets down low on his right-hand side and makes the save there. Ball floated in and Facundo Gonzalez, the guy who scored the penalty, scored his 3rd goal of the season. Hasn't really played much football evidently, or if he has, he's not a very good goal scorer. But he scored twice against us, of course he has. Wang with the free kick and Gonzalez. Goalkeeper's made a stop and is still ended up in the back of the net. That is not what you want. Vinagre into the penalty area. Oh, that's poor. Goes back to the goalkeeper. Long ball. And Lubin, does that see us go down to 10 men as well? It does. Okay. Okay. Staminec. Right, okay. Staminec is going to move. Well, the player of Staminec is going to move into centre-back. And we're going to bring on Yia. Basoli not having a good game by his standards. I feel like we do need to freshen things up in the middle, though. But some of these options are just... I'll be honest, guys. Some of these options just aren't it. 1-star defensive midfielder. Shenlong. It's fresh legs, isn't it? Which I'm kind of looking for. Let's take off this dude. We'll confirm those changes. This is going to be rough. This is going to be rough. But let's see if we can weather the storm. Obviously, going to extra time with 10 men is not actually what we want to do. So let's see if Basoli can kind of put the team on his back and manage to get something out of this. Come on, we should be winning that ball off of Shepherd there with his bad touch. Obviously, this is where our opposition are going to have a lot of the ball now. Now we're down to 10. That's a great pass. Can he get a crossover? It's another penalty. Four penalties. 4. As many as 4 penalties, and Gonzalez scores a hat-trick. He'd only scored once. Only scored once beforehand. Once. Sickening. Right, we're going to go very attacking. He scored once this season, and he scored 3 today, including 2 penalties. Literally, this referee, I have no idea what he's doing. We've got a set piece here. Fu's going to whip it in, and Li Fan, the goalkeeper, wins that one in the air. We're on very attacking because we kind of have to make something happen now. Basoli gets the ball. Again, he's not had a very good game. Down to a 6.5 for Basoli. Shenlong in the penalty area. He goes down. Referee. That's probably the most blatant of all the ones that you've given. Sun Tao. And he's going to just do a standard FM and just run straight through on goal. As he no, he gets caught. We force him back. Basoli's trying to put pressure on, but I think this is going to be all she wrote, boys. Into Wang Ji. Shot. And that is a good goal. And that is going to be it. From what was a 0-0. 4 penalties and a red card. I mean, you can't... I just don't know what to say, fellas. Wow. Louis Jean. Shenlong. Can we get another one? Let's just keep pressing. Let's just keep trying. Basoli, strike. That sums up his game. That sums up his game for me. 6.6 for him. Disappointing. Some very, very ropey performances in the midfield. And obviously, Lu Bin getting sent off is not ideal either. We go out of the Chinese Cup. That is not what you want to see. Where's Gonzalez? Here he is. Let's have a look at Gonzalez. So, Facundo Gonzalez. How many goals has he scored in his career? 5. And he's got 3 today, guys. And he's got 3 today. Okay, 2 from the penalty spot. What's his penalties? This is going to irritate me. What's his penalty take him? Between 10 and 12. Good. Good. I'm not salty. I'm not salty at all. I'm going to say I'm not happy. It's a loss to our rivals as well in the cup, which is kind of what I'm annoyed about as well. But we are out of the Chinese FA Cup. Devastating, to be perfectly honest. I thought that was a good little chance for us to try and get into the ACF Champions League. Now we're going to have to do it all in the league. Let's go back over to the league. So we are 4 points adrift of that 4th position, which would get us into the ACF Champions League. Let's have a look at the schedule. How many games have we got? I think, you know what, guys, I'm just going to play until this last game of the season, and we'll come back for the last game of the season and see what happens. If we are in, we're in. If we're out, we're out. We rebuild, we go again. But that is where I'm going to leave things for today, guys. Unfortunately, we are out of the Chinese FA Super Cup. Devastating news, but shows the development that we need to do, because the other team in Shanghai are considerably better than us by looking at everything that we've got to play with so far. But that's where I'm going to leave things. If you have enjoyed it, don't forget to drop a like on the video down below. Subscribe if you are new around here for daily Football Manager content. And I'll be back with another episode of this Pentagon Challenge very, very soon. Until then, guys, take care, and I'll see you then.